I asked analyst Peter McGuire how this may affect the economy and the market.
Well, first off, if we look at the markets, the US dollar has continued a downward pressure over the last, 3.
At the stock market, obviously there's that COVID-19 pandemic, but also the US-China tensions that investors have been watching closely.
Absolutely, and that seems to be ratcheting up, no doubt, with the decision as far as China and Hong Kong. We're looking at also the Taiwan situation. So all of those fabrics of unrest is certainly going to have, I think, a major impact globally from trade. We look at what's happening, the US dollar, we look at what's happening on Wall Street and other equity markets. There's possibly we're going to see a little bit of a change as far as direction and sentiment over this next couple of months. It's fully priced at the moment, and I feel as though there's possibly going to be further downward pressure on a lot of those equity markets.
And of course, the economy is already quite vulnerable. More than 40 million Americans have lost their jobs. Do you think that kind of frustrations, especially around lockdowns as well, that's feeding into people's angers as well?
Well, definitely. I feel as though from a social unrest perspective, there's a lot of tension from the young and the old, and people have just been cratered as far as their income perspectives. So all of those tensions rise. We're seeing that from the unrest sweeping across US cities, and there's so much tension building. It's going to be a very, very difficult time ahead over that US summer season.
You talked about the impact on the currency market. Do you think that's actually going to be quite a long-term impact?
Well, the US dollar seems to be the best house on the worst street. It's had a very, very strong rally considering the other currencies and the global currencies, that is. I feel as though now we're getting to a point in time that possibly we're going to see a little bit more fragility as far as that US dollar. There's a large chasm between Wall Street and Main Street. A lot of uncertainty. US dollar is possibly going to see a little bit of further downward pressure.
Peter McGuire speaking to me a little earlier.